Let him talk.
All right, so brief version of my testimony. I've been a Christian for a little over 4 years now. I came to Christ in May of 2011. At the time I came to Christ, I was the faculty advisor for UGA Atheists, the Atheist Club at the University of Georgia.
Go Dogs!
Yeah.
I'm from Georgia.
Oh, really? What part?
Augusta.
Augusta, okay.
We're wearing an Ole Miss sweatshirt.
I love the SEC.
So, you know, like a little bit of my testimony, this took place over about a 3-month period of time. I was a devout fan of Dawkins, Hitchens, Harris, Dennett, the Atheist Experience, Matt Dillahunty. I still like watching those guys. That was still pretty entertaining. What I found with atheism was that it was just completely insufficient in answering the big questions of life. The larger existential questions about meaning and purpose, anchoring morality, good and evil, in some absolute source. Well, let me just finish. So, you know, I really began questioning, and I remember over a 3-month period of time, the initial part of it was just a deep dissatisfaction with atheism. And so it was just sort of a private attitude of there's got to be something beyond this. Opening my heart to that, and then over the course of about 3 months, God using different people, different voices to speak into my life and to give me better and better answers about purpose, meaning, about the Christian faith, about the legitimacy and the reasonableness of faith in Jesus Christ, historical evidence, literary evidence, okay, not proofs, okay, it's not a scientific experiment, but the idea is this is a reasonable faith. And it can be checked out historically, it can be checked out factually, it can be investigated philosophically, and it stands up to those tests. So after I crossed a certain point, about 3 months later, I realized that I believed in this more than I didn't believe it. The last thing I wanted to do was become a Christian, because I knew what that meant. It meant that I was going to have to put myself in an extremely vulnerable position in front of a lot of my colleagues, in front of a lot of the students who looked up to me. But here's the thing about it. I believe that Jesus Christ really was raised from the dead. It's kind of hard to be an atheist whenever you believe that. And so, you know, I did come out, if you will, as a born-again Christian. Offered to keep on serving UGA Atheists as their faculty advisor, and it was kind of a thanks, no thanks sort of thing, you know, which was understandable. What wasn't quite so understandable was getting eradicated in the Facebook group. Didn't post anything about my conversion experience. And, you know, some of the atheists apologized for that.
Yeah, that seems rather rude to me.
Right, right. So, you know, like, I guess I just want to challenge you guys to really think about things. Don't assume that, you know, at the age of 20 or because you read Sam Harris and, wow, he's a neuroscientist and all of that, he makes this case for not believing in God, he must be right. I mean, really keep challenging yourself to look at both sides of the equation. Okay, if you look at things only from the scientific naturalism perspective, that's the only thing you'll consider as valid evidence. Chances are you're going to come to conclusions that make sense according to scientific naturalism, but we don't allow for any others. You know, if you open your mind up to other possibilities, then you may very well, especially I believe, if you do it with the right heart and attitude, if you do it humbly, not thinking you know it all, you've already come to whatever conclusions that you're going to draw, consider the evidence rationally, I think there's a lot of great potential there that you'll end up changing your mind. So that's all really I had. You know, people want, I'm going to be around over by the table for a while. Feel free to come up and ask me whatever questions you want. I'm not as fun as Tom, so I won't interfere.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Drew.
Drew, okay. Rich.
I just have a statement I'd like to make. Going back to what you said about like being like erased and blocked from the Facebook group.
Yeah.
A lot of the like extremely like radical atheists, for lack of a better term, we've got radicals too. They come off as extremely cynical, and that can come across as very rude. And I would just like to say that most of us are not like that. Most of us are just kind people.
That's why I wanted to point out that there were definitely people from that group who made it a point to come up to me afterwards, like, hey, we had nothing to do with that. That was bad form. Sorry about that. So you're right about that. I mean, I didn't mean to.
Thank you.
But I guess if y'all want to ask specific questions till Tom gets back, yeah.
I have it's not a bad question.
Yeah.
What is the success rate that you guys have encountered from doing this on all the campuses that you guys have been to? I'm like genuinely very curious.
You probably know
Like,
what my
have you
follow-up
guys-
question's going to be. What do you mean by
how's it been?
success?
Like,